Congratulations. You found the Twin Cities Hit Show.
Very well. Where do I begin?
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
Who's there?
It's Patrick.
Patrick.
Reach for this one.
And now, a real hit show.
Patrick, no king! Look at him!
If your parents got to meet a real dummy, they'd realize what a genius you really are.
But don't genius live in a lamp? Live from the Twin Cities.
What are you doing there, Patrick?
Standing around out here all day.
It's the Twin Cities Hit Show.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick. I'm not a Krusty Krab.
Let's get this hit show started.
A mic check.
I think this has been probably one of the most relaxing mornings of my life.
You also sound way off mic. I don't know if it's one of those things. Yeah, sorry, we're a little bit late. We'll blame Patrick. Because why not? It's a Twin Cities Hit Show. Hopefully we're going to have a fun show here today. Lots to talk about.
Oh, my God.
You think
Hashtag
so?
positivity. Yes. We have fun stuff to talk about. It'll be outstanding.
Hashtag
positivity.
You seem off mic a little bit, too. What one is Shannon?
I'll just talk into it more. Here, how about that? Is that better?
Chuck, which one is Shannon?
She is number 4.
I'm the black girl that sits on this side of the table.
And Patrickhammer is here.
I'm here. It's funny. Technical problems just seem to follow us, don't they?
Yeah, well, really.
Not all the time, but sometimes.
No, you and me. I mean, wherever we go, things just kind of go off the rails.
We have been promoting the mystery of Patrick.
Oh, what a mystery it's been.
You've been on the beach, as they say in the vernacular.
Yeah, the beach in Woodbury. That the sand isn't so white and the water isn't so clear anymore.
When did you leave Channel 5? It was a year ago, December?
Yeah, January 10th at 9:01 a.m. of 2014.
And I didn't get it confused. You hung out on Care 11 for a while.
I did, yeah.
I
was. We'll get into that a little bit because that was an amazing experience too. But yeah, I left there about January last year.
Well, enough about you. We will talk about you though, because we're going to find out you did take a gig. The wait is over. You're going to get off the beach and start swimming again.
Yes.
What folks don't want to do is be swimming tonight, though.
Gentlemen, will you please welcome the Rolling Stones?
You're aware the Stones are in town tonight, aren't you?
I've heard. One of the things that I tweeted earlier was that maybe Bono should call Mick Jagger to
Bono.
Bono.
Whoa.
Bono, sorry.
I'm getting a little turned on by that statement. I'm having a real Bonner.
Did I say I can't
Oh, my God. Is this a Bono?
Bono should talk to Mick about how to perform at TCF Bank Stadium in a downpour. However, I think it's going to be okay.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, here's the deal. Very exciting. This, they say it every time, but gosh, these guys are getting old. It may very well be the last time.
Did you see the picture of Mick Jagger taken at a bookstore? He's tiny. He's like Dustin Hoffman tiny.
Here's what I think they should do, because once you get to a certain level or you get old, here's what you do. They do this tour, and then they make a residency for them in Las Vegas, somewhere at a casino, and then all the old people can go see them. I think that would be fun.
The Stones with a residency.
With a residency at some Vegas casino.
Well, what we don't want is this to happen. Word is their encore, one of their songs, is actually this one, which has a choir. And they've been taking the choir in each market so far. They've tapped a local choir to be on the stage with them. We have on the phone the choir director who will be on stage with the Rolling Stones. He's the director of Vocal Essence. Philip Burnell, can you hear us?
Hey there.
Hey, there we go.
Now, I've got a million questions. First of all, you got to be excited, right?
Oh, we are very excited. This is a terrific, wonderful opportunity and a great chance to hang out with those guys.
Have you met them yet? Have you met Mick?
No. I mean, the only deal is that Mick and I are the same age and we're born in the same month, so I'll make sure to wish him a happy birthday.
You felt like the universe was planning.
How did this come about, anyway? How did you get tapped to do this?
Oh, about 6 weeks ago, I got a phone call from a British lady saying, "Oh, we've heard about Vocal Essence and that you people are terrific, and we need to have 24 singers for their concert on June 3rd. Can you do this?"
Wow.
I think it took me about half a second to say yes.
Now,
and I went, of course we will.
Because you weren't like sitting there going, I might pass up this opportunity. We might be too big for the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, well, listen, we are, and then the only challenge I had is that I've got, of course, in Vocal Essence, there's about 130, 40 singers. So then it was a question of figuring out, okay, which voices are the right ones to use for a project like this, and make sure everybody's available on that day.
Oh, that's some choir politics.
How many people are angry with you right now?
Well, I'm sorry, what?
How many people are angry with you right now?
Oh, no one. Listen, they all understand. They're like, okay, we didn't get chosen, but we do lots of different gigs, and people get chosen for one and not for another, and there it is, And so all of these singers, we've rehearsed separately, and then this afternoon we'll have a choreography rehearsal, and then we will have a sound check, and then we're all set to go.
Are you wearing your normal Vocal Essence outfits, or did they have specific requirements for you?
I'm sorry, the mic's a little hard to understand you.
Are you wearing your normal outfits, or did they go, here's what we want you to wear today?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I see. No. All black.
Ah, that makes it easy.
All black. And so, and dressy. They want the women in dressy, and they want the men in, black shirt, trousers, shoes, the whole bit. So they didn't specify anything about T-shirts or underwear, so I think
do you think you're going to be able to get a photo with the guys, with the band, or will you even be able to see them?
I hope so. I mean, we can't. I mean, and I understand that. I mean, all of a sudden to see people up there singing with all kinds of cell phones around, no, we can't do that. But I'm sure they and their team, and I will ask them when I get over there this afternoon to make sure we get I'm sure we will. And then I want to make sure I get the two birthday boys together.
You and Mick, yeah. You'll have to get back to us because he appears in photos we've seen that he's gotten pretty short these days.
Well, I know. Well, I'll kind of kneel down.
So, real quick, for folks who don't know, tell us about the choir, where you're typically seen.
Well, Vocal Essence has been around. This is the end of our 46th year. Wow. It is two choirs. It's a professional group of 32 singers, and then it's a larger chorus of 100. And we do concerts all during the year. It's a classically trained group, but we've done a lot of things with other people that have come into town. We did a program with Rufus Wainwright last year.
Oh, cool.
We've done a lot of Prairie Home Companion shows. And so we've, learned, in addition to doing classical stuff, we've learned to be very flexible and make it work with whatever happens to come along. Some years ago, we had Benny Anderson in town, and we did a thing, the Alba Guy. And so Benny and Bjorn were here, and we did a concert with them. So, this is just I think, it's very exciting, but it's just, something that we feel very comfortable being involved with. And I love the idea that there'll be a choir on stage with the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, I got to imagine some of you guys, maybe yourself, you got to have a little bit of goosebumps when that moment happens. I understand, without a spoiler alert, I understand you might be the first song of the encore.
Well, they said they will tell us what's happening when we get there.
Okay. All right.
So we said, okay, we can be flexible. Someone said, are you nervous? And I said, nah, I'm excited, but I'm not nervous. I said, nervous is sort of a negative thing, but excitement is a very positive thing. And, if you come there prepared, it's no problem. You're ready to go.
Who knew that?
That's the way we are.
Who knew that a choir performance would be so cloaked in secrecy? Jeez.
Hey, Philip.
That's the way they operate, and so if you want to do it, you go by their rules, and that's fine.
Well, I'm going to be in section 125. I'll be waving at you, so please wave back. All right?
Listen, I will look right at you.
Good luck tonight. We've got PatrickHammer here. He's going to give us the forecast. Well, Patrick does.
But listen, it's not going to rain. We'll be fine.
All right.
One enough.
If that comes from him, I got to go with him.
Yeah.
Versus any computer.
All right. Good luck tonight. Have fun. That's a big thrill. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Rusty. Take care. Bye.
All right. So there you go.
How many times have you seen the Stones?
I think this will be number 9.
Yeah. I'm not. I wish I could go, but 6 for me. I think. I went with my dad to the Steel Wheels tour, which was kind of an epic experience. I was like 21 and going to Stones with your dad.
Your dad wasn't a big buzzkill or something at the show?
Well, yeah, he wanted to hear Johnny Mathis, but hearing he was a Stones fan back in the day.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, Rusty came back and said that he was going to have you do the forecast, but we didn't bring you here to work. That's kind of lame.
Hey, I just want to say, though, there could be some storms leading up to the show.
Okay.
When do they take the stage?
Well, that's the thing, and that's kind of upsets me. It's like they've got a warm-up band, but maybe tonight that'll help.
Yeah.
Grace Potter, she's a fine thing.
Fantastic thing.
Our Skype is making sound. Can we get rid of them for a second?
Yeah, I think for those, when they're parking, getting ready, but by showtime, I think we're fine.
All
because
right, fingers crossed.
2 days ago, the storms were supposed to come toward the end of the evening, like the worst time. Now it sounds like it's going to get out of the way earlier in the day.
It reminded me of U2 all over again, but I think they're coming earlier. So a little bit this morning and then more tonight leading up to the show, but I think at showtime we're fine.
So
that would just add to the theatrics of it all, right?
Just bring a poncho.
Exactly.
It's fine.
Exactly.
These guys they're not Bono. I have a feeling they would throw in the towel real quick. Like, okay, that's enough. We played 4 songs. Sorry.
When I saw them in Oakland, California for the Voodoo Lounge tour, I believe there was a little bit of rain, and they kept going. That was at an outdoor Coliseum venue.
And they're so weathered, but anyway, by this point, you figure that they'll just play on.
Exactly.
That's what rock and rollers do.
Right.
Well, so we are here, and I know we've been alluding to this, and you've been waiting for this. But can you say, after all this time, do you have a weather job?
I got a job.
Yay!
I convinced a station to hire me.
Really?
It took a while. It took a little longer than anticipated.
We are going to build the suspense, and we're not going to tell people where this is just yet. In fact, we may not be able to tell people where you're going. Well, we'll talk about that. But we can't. What we want to find out on this show is: are you staying in town or are you leaving? But we're just happy you got a job because we have people that you've worked with. Right now, we're looking at Can you see the Skype image we have? Technology coming in from the Star Tribune. We see Vanita. We're trying to get her. We can see her shake her head no. Anyway, while we're getting Vanita set up, we can see her there at the Star Tribune. We're trying to get the audio. She's waving, so she might be able to hear us. How long did you work with Vanita?
I worked with Vanita pretty much out of the gate. It was Binkley, myself, Angela.
There we go.
There she is.
Is she in a thunderstorm?
Well, she is at the Star Trip, In their new digs, by the way, which I heard are awesome.
Yeah,
they have their new office.
They need to shut the windows. It sounds like. What's going on over there?
Maybe that's Paul Douglas entering.
She's waving.
They have a tech guy furiously working on it, but he's getting yelled at a lot less than we were earlier.
I never yelled.
So yeah, I was with Vanita from the day one, August of 2005, and then she joined the morning show. Oh, do you remember? It was Halloween of 2000. Was it Halloween of 2005? Remember the infamous floating head?
Yes.
Incident?
We have lots of incidents. Wait, what is the infamous
I had a deal where
head?
I was a floating head for many years on Halloween through the magic of chroma key.
Oh.
Okay.
My bit was. And then I've seen other
chroma
people rip.
Is it kind of like
creepy?
Green screen?
Right.
Okay, all right.
I have no idea.
But it was only as Rusty could pull it off. Anybody does the old fake, cover half your body on green screen.
Right.
Let's turn down Vanita until she's ready to go. Is she ready to go?
But then we got it so his head was floating over the desk. It was hysterical. But let's just say it led us to the principal's office.
A corporeal. Oh, so you didn't get it. They weren't okay with the corporeal Rusty.
There was a new principal. The other principals
thought it was hilarious.
Thought it was hilarious, and for years and years and years we just did it, and then this new guy did not like
He
it.
did not like the whimsy
Didn't
of
like
the
a
floating
lot
Rusty.
of the stuff that we continued to do. Hence some issues that end up. Hey, Patrick, so you got a new job,
I
did
got
you?
a new job. I got a new job.
Is this on TV doing weather, or are you like working as a greeter at Walmart?
Exactly. Well,
They're
I wasn't far from that. No, it's a TV weather gig. So.
Oh, so tell us, is it different? I mean, because I know you have to look for stuff. Is it like, when, because I work in radio, so it's not that you're not very talented. It's just hard to find jobs. And sometimes you have to find other people and wait until somebody retires or just the right situation happens.
Exactly. And, in all honesty, I'm a middle-aged guy and there is not as many opportunities in weather, not just because of my age, but, sometimes stations try to tend a little younger and maybe a little, sexier. So you just got to wait a bit longer for the right gig.
Right.
And so I did work in other jobs between leaving and to today. Often people saw me and they looked at me and said, What are you doing here? Why are you working? Wait, I thought you were. In fact,
to make mortgage payments, this guy worked in a warehouse.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was shipping packages. It was a great experience. I got to
like the overnight Target warehouse.
Yeah. And I worked with great people.
So people are like you.
And you got a 10% discount on toiletries.
Well, that has to be hard when you're like local famous. You know what I mean? So when you're local famous and then you have to get a job.
Right.
That's where it comes into.
You got to eat some humble pie.
Exactly.
Hey, first of all, before we go further, Vanita is smiling, so I think she can hear us.
She can.
Yes, I can. Can you hear me okay?
We can.
Yes.
There she is.
You're a little hot. You're coming in a little hot, but you've always been a little hot. Hey. So we're looking for, first of all, can you believe our guy finally got a job? That it took this long.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
This station is so lucky to get you, but we can't say yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
We're finding out that we're ahead of the gun because the station that Patrick is going to hasn't put together their announcement yet. So we can confirm that he's got a job this morning. But the station he's going to wants to let their peeps know before we do.
Imagine that.
Twin Cities Hit Show breaking news.
Well, Anita, you have to be just so happy and proud of him because I know how it is when my friends are out of work. I get really tired of paying for lunch. So I applaud his success.
I should have taken you out to more lunches.
I know.
bad.
My texts to her started getting responded to later and later. It's like, I know what he's after. He's hungry. Thus, he's calling me.
I know I have my opinion, but Vanita, what's your opinion to Patrick's success in television?
Oh my gosh. He's just one of those likable guys. The guy that's your next door neighbor that you want to invite to the barbecue and we'll talk your head off about weather.
Yeah.
Every little minutia about weather, who has those random facts about rock bands that you never liked anyway.
Come on.
But no, he's just, how do you not like Patrick? He's just one of those likable guys that you want to get weather reports from. And he lives weather. That's the thing. The guy, even when he was out of a job, would give us weather forecasts on Twitter every day.
Oh, it was
Vita,
great.
do you remember when I came in, I was with the police department, and we got a tour, and you were anchoring, and it was supposed to be about the whole station, but 45 minutes of our 50 minutes was Patrick explaining how weather works to our little group of cops.
We're like,
he's very passionate
We don't
about
care.
Yeah,
We're here for the tour. We're here to meet Vanita, quite frankly.
Yeah, we're the anchors. That's great. That there's
so the El Niño informs down this way.
One of the things that Vanita did for all of us was to arrange and put together these little vignettes of our history on television.
Basically, it was the highlights of why we got fired.
Right, exactly. You submit the DVD as evidence.
Oh, yeah.
This is why.
What a trifecta I'm sitting here with. I thought you all chose to move on to greener pasture.
No.
Oh, the illusion is shattered.
That's what the word is, right?
Yeah, no, it's a highlight reel of why we pissed off the guy.
But
we made the man angry.
We were... Vanita's laugh was always so infectious, and there were some moments that were so awkward, but in a funny way. And Vanita's laugh is what carried it through. And I'll never forget the one where we did, and we were way ahead of the game with the whole May 4th, May the 4th be with you.
Yep.
And we did something like in 2011 about it. Before it became kind of catchy now.
Right, an internet thing.
And it was the funniest exchange because it was just, it didn't have any direction. It just was us just laughing at ourselves.
Talking about being ahead of the game, one of the things I sincerely almost got fired on your last day, I went in Chroma Key and did a selfie with you. And that photo is on my Facebook right now, and it didn't work, so I tried it again. Look what has been going on with the good David Letterman's last week. He was doing selfies with everyone. Jay Leno did selfies on his goodbye.
That's right.
The President of the United States did selfies. Look at all the other people that should be fired besides me.
Was the selfie on air? So you're saying you stopped down during the show?
I just walked into his weather report. He was getting to the end, and I did a selfie.
Oh, no,
Letterman's selfies were on the air.
Well, then you mentioned at the time also that there was a coaching vacancy with the Vikings, and maybe you could apply there. Yeah. And then we got to remember because Leslie Frazier had just left.
What's your favorite moment, Vinita? Do you have it when someone says, Patrick, do you have a favorite moment?
Oh, my gosh. Well, I loved the one where he didn't know what a baby horse was called. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. What was it? It's a foil.
And you were and we just went off track there. And there were so many moments when you guys did air guitar on the split screen. Just so many different moments where, we're all so giddy because we got up so early in the morning, and I was laughing at the drop of a hat, but you guys just made it so much fun. Even through the difficult times, you made it so much fun because you just kind of, the viewers loved the two of you, because you made the mornings interesting.
Well, and everyone loves you, Vinita, and now we can still follow you at Star Tribune.
Yeah, I'm doing videos and different things here at Star Tribune. They've been great to me, and it's a wonderful fit. I love working with newspaper journalists.
Well, what's cool is that if you go onto their site and go onto the video section, she does a lot of video versions of the stories that are being in the paper that day, and it gives it a whole new perspective. Like you did one on a couple weeks ago on the speed of bikes around Lake Calhoun. Remember that one?
Yeah.
And okay, that story on print is cool, but then to see you actually clock a guy going on his bicycle with a little, a
she punched someone?
She just sucker punched him. And
she just clocked a guy. Slow down!
But it was a cool way to see a story through the way Vinita is such a good storyteller, and I thought that was cool.
Oh, that's so nice of you. It's been a really good fit. I'm very happy here, and no regrets. It was a good 23 years in television, but
I feel like you didn't give it much of a chance. You kind of pulled the plug early, Vinita.
Oh my gosh, it was a good time.
Well, we got to say though one thing. Just the station was very good to us while we were there. We all had long tenured. You especially, Rusty.
Well, I've always said, I can't complain because I had almost 31 years at one station, and that it doesn't happen.
That's unheard of,
right?
Yeah, so I can't complain, but I will. And another thing.
Is he that friend now that you're like, Rusty can't come to the barbecue anymore because all he does is grouse about that? Back in my day.
Rusty makes baked beans taste bitter.
That's not funny.
It's awesome. That's what that is.
Well, so we're going to have a going away party then for Patrick. Yes. The last time we did have a going away show, and that was awesome. We had Brad, Vinita, Patrick, and myself all together.
Sweating in your basement.
Sweating in the basement.
Hey, I hope people didn't just tune in.
Rusty
has the first thing they hear.
I have bad news for all you guys. This was the party. It was an epic tech failure leading to this 25 minutes on a podcast. You're done. Now get the hell out of here, Hammer.
You had your 20, instead of your 15, you had your 25. Well, it was back in over Labor Day when we were saying goodbye to Brad, who's now moved on to bigger and better things.
He finally got a new job.
He did it. He did.
All right, so we're going to be taking a break here, but we want to first of all say that we will be able to announce that you have gotten a job. Now, the next question we will reveal is that job. Don't tell us yet. Okay. Are you staying in the Twin Cities? You did a bang up job at CARE.
That was a lot of fun. Are we going to break?
We're going to take a break.
Okay, because I want to talk a little bit about that.
Okay, when we come back, you talk about CARE.
Okay.
Vinita, any final words for Patrick? Any good wishes?
Patrick, I don't want to give away where he's going, but Patrick, it was so wonderful to work with you, and the people who get to work with you in this new job are so lucky. They're going to have such a professional there who loves weather and just is a great coworker and friend. And I wish you the best.
I appreciate that. The times in the last year, whenever I've worked these odd jobs and somebody comes up to me from even just St. Paul, because usually that's a connection that Vanita is very close with, we all know. And I brought up your name so many times, and like, oh, my former coworker, and I hated using the word former, but there was always the same response, like, oh, how do you know Vanita? Or I remembered the two of you together. And so you have personified St. Paul and the Twin Cities, and I'm going to miss working with you on a daily basis. Absolutely.
Oh, my gosh. Great to see you guys. Thanks for including me, Rusty.
Oh, yeah. And I'm still going to take you up on the tour of the new office.
Are we Skyping with Jim Guy next?
All right.
Bye, you guys.
Thanks, Vanita.
Bye, Vanita.
We have to take a break here for a moment, but we will be right back. And Patrick will reveal, is he here or is he going? Stay tuned.
Twin Cities Hit Show. We'll be right back.
Are you reeling in the years? Stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of
MacMen. Don't let your computer problems drive you mad. We are MacMen, Minnesota's premier tech consultants and problem solvers for Macs, mobile devices, troubleshooting, training, and much more. No more dragging your computer all over town because we come to you. We love making house calls to your home or small business. MacMen. Call 612-345-8005. The Alive and Social Network is alive and growing. From the best in sports, music, movies, and beer, Alive and Social is what all the cool kids click on. Featuring characters like radio rebel Jeff Dubay, Star Tribune pundit Jim Suhan, Unfiltered, and television veteran and handsome man Rusty Gatenby. You can also taste the Minnesota Pubcast with Jason and Molly. Join the band with live band karaoke night from legendary O'Gara's in St. Paul and the live music showcase from Shamrocks. Yes, Alive and Social Network does indeed rock and roll. The Jeff Dubay Show, Jim Suhan Unfiltered, the Rusty Gatenby Review, the Minnesota Pubcast with Jason and Molly, live band karaoke, and Shamrock's live music showcase. Join the fun. Be alive and social with the Alive and Social Network.
The Rusty Gatenby Review is the entertaining show about entertainment from movies, music, and more. Award-winning TV guy Rusty Gatenby and his review is the podcast with the biggest cast in entertainment, part of the Alive and Social Network. You can get that Minnesota connection to Hollywood and beyond any time of the day or night simply by clicking on the RustyGatenbyReview.com. That's the RustyGatenbyReview.com, part of the Alive and Social Network.
You're listening to the Twin Cities Hit Show. Say it 3 times fast. We just dare you.
Forget your trouble. Happy day. Come on, get happy. Here again the skies. All the cares above are clear.
We're happy.
I'm happy. Can I mention a Barbra Streisand moment I had the other day?
This is Barbra Streisand and Judy Garland, and Patrick evidently is gay.
This is a trifecta of vomitorium. Go ahead.
So, I'm a big fan of Babs. I am. I'll admit it.
I am too.
I was listening to one of her concerts from like '94 in my car.
Oh, God. Everything's wrong about this story so far. Please continue.
And the name of the song was We Will Soon Have to Say Goodbye, or I forget the name of the song. But I'm in St. Paul, and I pull up to a stoplight, and there's like an outdoor cafe, and all these ladies, fancy ladies, are having lunch. And I pull up, and out of my car with the window down, you hear Babs blaring, and they all looked at me like, that was an interesting choice of music coming from a guy in his mid-40s. It just was like, we just had this collective smile, and then I moved on. Like they wanted to hear Metallica or, Dire Straits or something, but it was Barbara.
Well, we are happy
Did you get her?
No.
Darn.
We're now contacting another voice from your past, it sounds like.
Oh.
We're happy, but because you got a job.
Right.
Looks like we're trying to do a Skype-in call to Philadelphia right now.
No way.
We'll see if this one works.
Hello? Can you hear us, Mr. Philadelphia?
We could barely get...
I can hear you guys.
Oh, perfect.
Hey.
It appears to be the voice of Brad Satin, live from Philadelphia.
Congratulations, my friend. I heard the great news.
Thank you. We're not revealing where just yet, but hey.
I will keep my mouth closed.
We were, Brad and I were given our same news on the same day, and he has been a major wind beneath my wings guy for the last year and a half. Going through this process. And here's Brad, big-time TV guy now, and he broke like one of the hottest stories trending on all social media about 2 weeks ago.
Are you talking about poop?
Yes. Did you hear about that story?
That the airplane that dumped its load on a birthday party? No, a graduation party.
Brad's
Sweet
story.
16 party.
Brad broke that
You
story.
can't make this stuff up.
You know what I love about that? I hate those parties, and that any plane dump any poop on any Sweet 16 party makes me so happy.
And the reason it went...
I had a great line in the story, too. It went something like, when you have a Sweet 16 party... Wait, how did I say? Something about... when you have a Sweet 16 party, there are two rules. Number one, you only get one of them, and number two, shouldn't be there.
And he didn't stop
Something
there.
like that.
The story was filled with poopy entendres.
Yeah. Well, how many opportunities? You don't get many opportunities like that.
Exactly.
I had to take full advantage.
If you're going to do it, go all in. That's how it is. That's
I
fine.
ended the story by saying the Sweet 16 party really should have been a duty-free zone.
Oh, well played, Brad Satin.
Performing tonight at Mix Comedy Club.
Brilliant double entendre.
Hey, by the way, this is just kind of personal for Patrick here. Chris Murphy just wished you well as well.
Awesome. Former roommate, former colleague, my first on-air television job in Chico, California. Chris Murphy, who anchors their morning news at Brad's station in Philly, was my co-anchor in Chico some 20 years ago.
Wow. Oh, so nepotism and incest.
Yes.
Beautiful. You people.
That's the news business.
I just hope that they, since you guys all got let go at the same time, I'm like, is this just a trend in your circle? Or, you know.
Again,
I think it's just because we're really, really bad.
Yeah.
It's not a trend. This happens to no one else except us.
Here are the facts, just so there are facts. The show won an Emmy Award for the best morning show. The show was #1 in the ratings the May before the January destruction.
Okay.
So those are just the facts.
So
#1 Emmy Award winning show.
San Andreas 2, Channel 5.
So is that the reason why no one watches the daytime Emmys? Is that it just doesn't have the same gravitas and weight that it used to, and people just disrespect?
Yeah, once they gave the award to Channel 5, they're like, this award doesn't mean crap.
That's not what I meant.
What kidding. You guys were fun.
Storm clouds started brewing on the 3rd floor, and we all got hit by lightning.
Gotcha.
Hey, Brad, you just missed Vanita. She had her favorite Patrick moment. Do you have anything that comes to mind with our friend Patrick?
Yeah, Patrick, do you remember when we brought on Valentine's Day, we brought the balloons and they sang to you, and you remember that?
I could not believe you took a comment that I had made once and turned it into a bit on the show.
Right. He said that we were talking about, what do you call them? They are
singing telegrams.
Singing telegrams. And Patrick happened to say once that he would rather have a root canal than a singing telegram. And so we did a whole story on singing telegrams and then followed up with a whole story on root canals.
It was so funny. And he tied the two together and it worked. And people are like, what does this gal and a root canal have to, because she came in and did. Anyway, that was a very, one of many favorite moments that happened on the show and off. We were all good buddies as well.
Right.
You remember, I remember another time when you were doing a handstand. I think Vanita was...
A keg stand?
was doing some sort of a segment in another room, in another studio, and we came to you and you were upside down doing a handstand.
Oh, that's right.
And she couldn't control herself. Do you remember that?
It was there was like some older ladies doing some kind of
yes.
performance.
I have that on video here somewhere.
In the Twin Cities Live studio. And it was a funny bet.
Can you still do a handstand?
No. Kickstand, still good at those.
Well, before Patrick will reveal whether he's staying in town or not, one of the reasons he should stay in town. Did you hear Patrick or Brad? Adrian Peterson.
AP, he's in town, I understand, and the Twins are in first place. All of this as I leave.
And the Wolves get the number 1 draft pick. I mean, it's just all it's crazy.
Every single Philadelphia team is in last place.
I think there definitely is a connection there.
I think so too.
What? As long as we have a moment here, because we typically like to talk about the overnight stuff. What do we think about Adrian Peterson coming back to the Vikings? Should the kids be wearing his jersey? Should he be? How quickly can he become a hero again?
Well, I think that depends on him, in my opinion.
Exactly. I don't think that him trying to hold out for more money helped his reputation, his PR at all. I'm kind of under the impression that it's like, you already had a good deal, go back to work, and then we'll make a decision on how we feel about you.
I think he said all the right things yesterday. I just wish he had done it 8 months ago.
I think his PR person said all the right things, and he just repeated them. I think.
Well, I think also that he does have a family, just like Latrell Sprewell, to feed.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty... Sprewell's famous quote, I have a family to feed.
Whatever happened to Latrell Sprewell after
That's
he made
exactly the point. Yeah. That's it. So, sometimes you just need to get back out there.
Here's the problem with when he has to feed his whole family. He has to mail it to 6 different addresses. Here's dinner.
You know what? He's still doing fine. Okay, honestly.
What I appreciated about the press conference yesterday, it didn't seem like he had talking points. He wasn't looking at a script. It was, and he even said, I want to be 100% real with you guys. And I thought he did apologize. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I just wish he had made that apology again, right out of the gate.
Right.
Here, listen in a little bit.
Good afternoon, everyone. It actually feels good to see some familiar faces in here. Some, maybe not so much, but
who was that pointed to?
It definitely feels good to be back in the building. This past year has been emotional for both parties involved. I've learned a lot from my mistake, and I'm moving forward.
All right. That was good?
Yeah.
All's forgiven?
This whole thing reminds me.
All is not forgiven.
No.
But I'm like, you have that temporary pass.
Yeah.
So we'll see how his attitude is throughout the play. Because that was one of the things before he started having all these problems. You really didn't get the impression that Adrian Peterson had a bad attitude. He was that guy. Mm-hmm. And so to come back from something that could have been a bigger disgrace, and he's after that suspension, and to look not humbled when he, that, which is what I felt from his initial response, to look not humbled, just left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
So come back, let's play, let's all prove that we've moved on, and then I'll be more accepting of all those things.
Brad, do you have an Adrian Peterson jersey? I know you had you took me to a couple tailgates.
I have a Rusty Gatenby jersey. I do not have an Adrian.
Gross.
In fact, I think that he was talking about you when he said that
not having to see
some people
everyone.
Not so much. I didn't know you were there, Rusty.
But what do we think? So is it okay to wear the AP jersey again then?
I think stores are going to start selling them again. You remember they were all pulled.
Oh, yeah, they were. You could get pennies on it or trade them. They were talking you would be able to trade them for any NFL team jersey.
Yeah, they're going to be out there right away.
Look, I think he has to continue to do all of he's got to play well on the field and do all of the right things off the field. And I think if he does that, I think people generally are forgiven. But it's going to take time, and it's not going to happen overnight. That's for sure.
What if he gets, God forbid, what if he gets injured like in the first or second game? And he doesn't have a chance at redemption? Because if he takes us to the Super Bowl, his posters will be everywhere.
You don't even have to get it to the Super Bowl. If you get it to the playoffs, if he gets us to the playoffs, I don't even say us. I'm not a Vikings fan, but I'm not. If he gets the Vikings to the playoffs, then
do you remember the game he came back after the surgery and his first play from scrimmage, he was loose and ran for a touchdown, and you're thinking, I can't believe that just happened.
That was like that Herschel Walker moment. It reminds me of the exact same one. Like, who's this Herschel Walker? He runs out of his shoe in it. But
and now your tiny quarterback, he's doing well. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I think that's the
tiny
quarterback, Tiny Bridgewater. Isn't that his name? Tiny Bridgewater. So,
are you being funny?
Yes, I'm being funny.
Okay, good. I'm like, I did the way you
I like that name though.
Tiny Bridgewater. He's tiny for a quarterback.
Yeah,
he's not a Dante Culpepper type guy.
Take
he's
me,
a little guy. Well, yeah, you're tiny for a dude. Kind of stuff. That's like you saying he could take me. Can you tell I'm a Packer fan? But I mean, I actually have support. Yeah, I'm. So it'll be a fun season.
No.
I do think that it'll be nice to have some actual support for AP, because before you were just watching him get pounded, and that was part of the reason why I think he was getting injured so much, is that you didn't have anybody to defend him, and you knew what was going to happen. Right. You're going to go to AP. Right. So the team has a lot of him holding off was doing a disservice to the team. So I like that the coach was all like, he could play here or not play.
Yeah,
that's reality. We stuck with you through a lot of adversity, and now it's your chance to buck up. And it's his fate's in his own hands, like we said.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you know what's looking impressive? A friend of mine sent me some photos of the Vikings stadium. That thing is coming down.
God, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I just drove by it on the way here. It
looks ready to go.
It
looks like a building. Yeah.
Why aren't they playing this season?
Why aren't the Stones there today?
Exactly.
They got a roof. Well, the word to AP from the coach I thought was quite succinct. You can play here, or you're not going to play anywhere.
Right.
So that I would like to say was the question to Patrick. Patrick, you could play here, but are you going to play elsewhere?
It is elsewhere. It's out of Minnesota. I know, which was hoping to stay here, but I had to spread cast the net out wide, and then I found a great job in a great city, and but it's not in the Twin Cities, and I got to tell you, it's very hard. There was one station that two, but one in particular that was instrumental, I think, in having this happen, and that was. Care 11. They working there did a tremendous amount for me. Not only just personally and getting back on the air and feeling, but meshing with Randy and Julie and Belinda and Sven and the whole crew there made it kind of brought me back a little bit. And the connections of Care 11 really propelled this and certain decision makers at that station. So I have them to thank tremendously. As much as KSTP2 for my 9 years there, but Care 11 really helped with this gig. Yep.
Aww. Well, that sucks.
Nice.
Now, you haven't said where. Is this some sort of a Wayne's World gig?
we got to wait. We got to wait. We got to wait a day or two because the other station hasn't announced it yet.
We were jumping the gun, I guess, here on Twin Cities Hit Show. So the other station hasn't been alerted yet that the hammer is about to come down. But it is signed and sealed. I mean, you're confident you are leaving town.
Yes.
Because that would be terrible if it turned out you really didn't have a job and we were like, say goodbye, and he's doing all this stuff and then the job. So at least you know for sure.
Yes.
You have a gig.
We do have Julie Nelson on the phone. Hold on. Yes, Julie? Julie? I know. He's Julie? Nope, he's not coming to Julie. He's not coming to Care. He said he's Wow. She's taking it hard, Patrick. How long did you work with Julie?
It was 2 months, but it was 2 months of magic. And Rena Sargentopoulos and Eric Perkins and Dave Schwartz.
Julie, get a hold of yourself.
I didn't know it. I was so
You made such an impact.
You never even met Julie.
I just had her poster.
Okay, all right, we're going to hang up on Julie. So how quick does this happen? When are you on the air at this new place? And when can you tell us when the new place is?
Well, given it's in a foreign country, no. It's probably tomorrow, maybe the end of the week. But
so we're all going to have to be back here again tomorrow?
Yes.
I am not duplicating the crap that went into producing this show tomorrow.
We're dragging this on as long as we can.
I quit.
No, I leave town next week, and then I start. I start in about mid-month.
So does it feel good to be back in the game?
Yeah, it does. And one
was it a tearful goodbye at the Target warehouse?
I made some good buddies there. I really did, and it was kind of I'll never forget my first day there. I'm in my waiting room, ready to get my picture taken for my ID. And Channel 5's morning show was on, and I just went. I looked and I go, okay, that's all right. I can.
Did you stop believing in God? Why are you doing this to me?
Hey, well, we all got to do what we got to do, feed the family, and it was. I had good people there, but I did have a nickname. My nickname was Channel 5. Hey, Channel 5's here, and they often do double takes. Like, what are you?
That's what we called you too.
Right. Nobody really knew my first name.
Right.
So, that's got to feel great to have, and we can say it's a big job, right?
It's a good job at a really good station in a good city.
Career-wise?
Can we say what region or no? We can't say
Let's no, but let's just say I think it's even snowier than here.
Ooh.
Whoa. I thought this was a good job.
It is. He needs to go someplace where they have weather.
Exactly.
He don't want to go someplace where it's like, sun.
That was a thing. Working San Diego was not of interest to you.
Well, my mom lives near there, and when I go to visit, it's weather there is just not as it's not as impactful. And you look
it's
at
weather in the mall.
Yeah, it's 7-day forecast. It's just sun, and it's like, what are you talking about?
Right.
You kind of want to be where where it's happening, and that's why I came here.
You get to go look. There was an ice flow that came across the road, or there was there's stories.
Right.
So it's good that you're going someplace where there's weather.
There is a lot of weather there.
And I will say one thing, just to intrigue you a little bit, Patrick. I actually know a broadcast Hall of Famer in that city.
No way.
Wow.
Well, there's a couple that are on the air now in national venues, but
I didn't even know that Antarctica had news. That's great. You've been transferred to the Western Front.
Oh,
this is great.
I'm at the that Air Force base there in the South Pole.
Now, where did you say northeast region? You were saying where is this?
I'm just
more snowy.
Yeah, he was trying not to.
Oh, okay.
Stop, you're gonna get him fired from
Pig Latin.
I'm just doing an elimination because it doesn't snow in the south. Although these days sometimes it does.
Yeah, it can.
So are you of the opinion that because last winter was record-setting for parts of your destination, do you think that's coming again this winter? And are you ready to go?
I hope so.
Better yet,
I hope so.
Is the family like, what are you you're dragging us into a snow war zone?
My wife just had visions of sunny, warmer weather in that kind of venue. And when I told her, she just gave me this look like, wait, what? That's the frying pan going to the fire.
That?
But we're all excited. Kids are fired up. Wife's fired up. We're all good. We're looking forward to it.
Some of the snow depths get higher than your children.
Okay.
Get some good coats. They'll be fine.
So you pack up and you move out, and
it's surreal, man.
Do you need me to move a couch or anything? Because Patrick and Chuck helped me move couches.
And I usually get the couches when they don't fit in his house.
We took one apart to get it from one place to the next.
That was an effort.
You know what? We do need the help.
What
Since
day?
you're signing up.
What day?
I'm
busy. I'm sorry.
We're
that day I'm busy.
It's an overwhelming.
No, I haven't booked.
Come on.
What day is it?
I'll throw in.
I'm so busy.
Some free Barbra Streisand videos.
Oh, good. Wow.
No, whatever you need, I'll be there. I'll help
Patrick,
you out.
if by chance you're coming to Philadelphia, I'll help you at this end.
Thank you.
A nice little pipeline.
Help you with this end.
Because that's no easy feat. Are you still kind of in transition out there, Brad, or have you concreted in someplace?
A little of both. A little of both.
Okay.
Good answer. Thank you.
When we last spoke, you were just transitioning into anchor duties. Did that happen?
Yeah, that starts in July. I'm going to do some anchoring at the Fox station here in Philly, as well as I've been reporting here. So it's kind of it'll start to be a mix of both, and we'll see if they like me.
Well, fingers crossed for you as well. It'd be nice if
it's going great though.
Brad went.
My family is here, so it's nice to be home.
Market 4. I mean, this is he's got that's a big get.
It happens a lot at Channel 5. You get fired and you end up at a bigger place. I mean, look at me. I'm on the Twin Cities hit show, for God's sake.
Well, they're just freeing you.
I would stay to the Twin Cities. I mean, it's primarily as a result of family and people I know. This is home for me, so that's the only reason I came back. But I'm still a Twins fan because I can't root on the Phillies. They're horrible.
Patrick, I'm still stuck on the jargonism. You just don't. He went to Market 4. It's a big get.
I
have no idea what you people are talking about.
That seemed pretty. That one, I understood that one. But
a big get, It's
I got that. I got that part. But Market 4 is that what we call
the
it?
fourth largest market?
We're 15 here.
Correct.
We're Market 15. So
could you send me a map? I need to.
It pretty much correlates to the size of the city. It's very rare that you get a city that's a bigger market than its actual city appears.
And when they are, it's usually because it's the regional
they combine,
thing.
Like Tampa, St. Petersburg is a market.
Do you know what would be one of the largest television markets in the country if they could add another region next door?
Eau Claire.
Eau Claire. Seriously. It's El Paso. Because if you added Juarez, it's like now like a megapolis. It's huge.
Yeah. And now a human interest story. This decapitated corpse was found.
That's kind of that's not where you want a vacation.
No, but some fantastic stories.
Human interest story on CPR and a kid who took drugs.
How big is El Paso's?
El
market?
Paso, I don't know. It's like in the 50s or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like Market 52
or something.
But
you add Juarez, and it's like Market 2. It's huge.
Well, let's map out the market journey of Patrick Hammer. You started in what market?
I started in Market 132. That was Chico. Then went to Albuquerque, which is like 49. Then it went to Seattle.
Which is our size.
About 12. San Francisco for a time. And now I'm
San
going the other
Francisco's
way.
a big market.
Yeah, and then I was here.
What number is San Francisco? Is that top 10?
It's now at 6, I think. It was 5, now it's 6.
You made it all the way to 6.
Yeah, and now we're going. Coming here was it was a little smaller market, but it was a bigger job, I thought.
Right.
But yeah, a smaller market, but good job.
And now you've got even a bigger job.
It's better than a good job. It's a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We've talked what the position is, and it's a great position.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah. God, I wish I could reveal more, but I got to wait a day.
Oh, we're killing
And
it.
I'm not going to encourage you to do it because it sounds like it's a good gig, and I know how hard it is.
I'm going to be on next week, guys.
Yeah.
I'm available again.
We'll just Skype you once you're there, and you can tell us all about it, and that'll be fun.
We've had great success with Skype.
Yes, get that. We're good at it now. Brad was right there. So,
hey, Brad, what was your journey? What was your market journey?
Who, you talking to me?
Yeah.
I started off in Market 165 in beautiful Clarksburg, West Virginia.
Uh-huh.
And that was right after my internship at the network at CBS. So I was living in Midtown Manhattan.
Wow.
They put me up at the time when I was in college at an $800 a night suite, and then I moved to Clarksburg, West Virginia.
But you stuck with it.
I stuck with it, and then ended up in the South. I was down in South Carolina for 7 or 8 years.
What town down there? Where were you in South Carolina?
I was in Greenville, which is a real. If you've ever been there, Greenville is an awesome city. If you're talking market size, it's like a mid-30s market. Really cool city. Great city. Not far from the beach, not far from the mountains, and an up-and-coming place. And from there, I went to Philly, and I was a reporter in Philly until this amazing Minneapolis opportunity came along. So I left Philly to go to Minneapolis, and now I'm back in Philly again.
Sweet. There you go.
So I've made kind of a round trip.
So we're just waiting on Rusty. So Rusty can.
Mine is I started in Market 15.
And it's still going. Look at you.
I stayed there.
You stayed.
It's a short hop.
Short list. I worked at one station. That's it.
That's it. I remember you used to say, you would look at your traffic desk and you would say, son, one day this will all be yours. Look at this expense.
I already predict that Patrick is going to, from day one, start talking you up, Rusty, to try to get you in. And suddenly we're going to have a Rusty move.
Well, my sister lives in Buffalo, and she's anxious. She lives in that neck of the country, so she could meet you and have dinner and help you shovel the driveway.
Well, I think it's kind of close by, so we'll see.
Otherwise, if it was Florida, she couldn't. Anyway.
Well, Brad, good to hear from you, man.
And you. We'll talk soon for sure.
Well, we always do. Despite our distance, we'll be in touch for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brad. Nice
chatting
guys,
with
you
care,
again. And you are coming to the Twin Cities this summer, right?
I may get there in late August. I will certainly not tell you if I do.
Okay. Hey, Brad. Thanks, dude.
Brad, let's form a new friendship. Keep Rusty out. Call me.
No, I'll let you know for sure.
Dinner's on you.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Tonight, the Storms, the Stones will be fine.
I think they're going to be fine. Good show, man. It's larger than life show, as you know. I mean, Mick Jagger still runs across the stage, and he's not like doing he's not doing who's the performer I saw recently? I Don't Want to Live Like a Refugee.
Oh yeah, Tom Petty.
Tom Petty, who just kind of sits there for 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's a great show, but he doesn't run across the stage.
You don't have to be there.
If you
could have just listened to the
To his
album.
credit, he always just sort of sat there.
Right.
Yeah, he's like a wax figure.
I don't like shows like that.
No.
I hate when I pay for something and there's not pageantry in a giant show. I want to see the Rolling Stones potentially break a hip. I want them to slide across the stage and just go all in. And then I'm like, yay, that was worth being there.
It appears Tiny Mick Jagger has broken a hip. Who could have wished this curse on the legendary singer.
Miss Shannon did it. But you get to say, hey, I was at the show where he broke a hip.
We will talk about it tomorrow morning and then on our deck show. But if you drive by TCF Stadium right now, you see their gigantic stage just rising out of the stadium. So it's going to be exciting.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Specifically, your forecast is rain in the afternoon, and it stops when?
Probably between 7 and 8. And then the show, I'm assuming, starts right thereafter.
Yeah.
And it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
And even if it's not, Patrick, you're leaving anyway. So if you're going to get one wrong, Val's the one to get wrong.
Why start now? Kidding. No, I think it's going to be. God, I really wish I was going. You're going to have a blast. I think you're going to be impressed by kind of like how Paul McCartney still sounds great. His band sounds great.
Yeah.
The Stones still sound fantastic.
Jennifer has never seen the Stones. Then I've told this on the show before. There are a list of 5 bands that I just got to go to if they're in town. I mean, I don't care what my checkbook says.
Right.
I have to find a way, and I have to go.
Fish, Steely Dan.
Is that your list?
Genesis, yeah. And Dionne Warwick. Yeah. I've got this little, I got this other little musical.
Last one was a joke, wasn't it?
Yeah,
oh my God, it wasn't a joke.
It was a joke. I've seen her a couple times.
What was her song?
Do You Know Your Way to San Jose?
Yeah.
The Letter.
Oh my God, you guys!
Deja
and this
Vu.
music. Stop with the crap music.
Burt Bacharach.
There you go.
Do you know the way to San Jose?
See, I like that one. I'm all in on that one.
Sorry, I kind of went off track here.
We do that every morning, Patrick. Don't worry about it. Our track is a winding track. That's what it is.
It's a winding track. As long as we can get off as long as we can leave the plane.
Yeah.
We're fine. We don't care how much we bounce on the runway.
Or exactly where we ended up. We're just like, this will be a fun adventure.
What town?
Right. Let's look around.
Rusty, I would often say during commercial breaks, I think our plane is going, where are we going? To the scene of the accident? Or the scene of the crash?
When are you leaving town again?
The middle of next week.
What are you doing Friday?
Friday?
Let's get together.
I'm hanging with you.
Let's move a couch.
Let's get together.
Sometimes
Can you?
I think so, yeah.
All right, good.
I think so.
Jennifer's going to a Twins game with work.
Okay.
So I'm all alone.
Shannon, what are you doing? You want to go hang out and play chess while these two
let's
bastards
go hang out. They can go
Come
have
join
cocktails
us.
on their own.
No, you can come join us.
We can.
Oh, now we can invite
At first, I felt like I was third wheeling somebody's date.
Yeah.
Is what I was like,
you totally
wow.
will be. Come join us. No, I'm just afraid that this is my last moment with Patrick. Because you know how it is.
My family's staying here for about a month or two, so I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Visiting, so
but
it's
then
not
you'll be
like-
tied up with your family and stuff. I mean,
that's the drag.
Oh my God, this bromance has just gotten out of hand.
Family gets in the way of a real relationship.
This bromance is just make out already, you two.
I want to drag you down to my new man cave that Jennifer built and play some more Paul McCartney and Beatles for you.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea how many.
Really, what this is, Patrick, is Rusty's only friend is leaving.
And that's what I was going to say. Anyone listening to the Twin Cities Hit Show this morning who would like to put in their chance to be Rusty's new best friend because Patrick Hammer got a job out of town.
Yeah, please.
Put it on Craigslist. Now accepting applications.
I feel bad for Rusty. You sound like you're just going to be so lonely.
Friday.
Good news, Rusty. There's an opening at Target Friday.
We got a big show coming up Thursday afternoon at the Chart House.
Yes.
The one and only Kat Perkins.
Yeah.
She made it down the road there.
She
on
has
The
a
Voice.
new song that's
Look at
awesome.
you. Is it? Yeah,
It's
I've heard part of
awesome.
it.
I heard a part
Oh,
of it
okay,
too.
you have no credibility when you say it's awesome. He likes Barbara Streisand. The song probably sucks.
He has excellent taste in singers.
You stay out of this.
Her song rocked. I heard it yesterday. It rocked. Really good song.
Okay, fine.
Love this song.
Good.
Perfect ending.
We're going to do a little bit tomorrow morning. I guess Tim Mahoney wants to stop by the Twin Cities Hit Show tomorrow.
Lord of mercy.
You haven't seen enough of him?
No.
He said
Imagine that.
He goes, I'm thinking about stopping by the show tomorrow. I went,
No, the door's
all right.
locked. Sorry, I can't help.
It's
Weird.
his fault that our garbage can in here is full of Coors Light, cans.
We got to get that empty.
Yeah, what's up
Chart
with that?
House,
Jeez.
Thursday,
Mercy.
5 o'clock. Thursday, 5 o'clock. The Deck series continues. We'll be live on the patio at the Chart House. And if it's raining, still come out because we're going to move the whole thing inside.
Yeah, they've got a very nice indoor venue.
Huge indoor venue.
Yes. Yeah.
They have that bar area, that dining room
Yep,
area. So
yep.
are we going to be in the bar area?
If it's raining, we'll be in the bar area. If it's raining lightly, we could be outside under that big pavilion.
The big pavilion thing. All right. Other than that, Patrick, it has been a joy to work with someone, you know?
Mm-hmm. It was.
We got in trouble.
We did.
But it took them 12 years to figure it out.
Again, the DVD Vanita produced.
She's got to put
was
that on
evidence.
YouTube.
Some of it is, I think, or it's on Facebook somewhere. But all you need to do is watch it and know why we're in this room right now.
Well, the new market is lucky to get you.
Thank you.
Oh my God, our fans are jumping in here. They're going to miss you. Everyone wants to know where you're going. This is all on the Twin Cities Hit Show page.
Nice.
The answers to that question will be coming soon.
I will. Sorry for the build-up and the.
It's all right. We like suspense. We like suspense.
I gotta
it's all
wait a
fine.
day. I don't want to tick them off before I even get there.
Yeah, the dude you're replacing.
Welcome. You've been fired. You announced on a podcast.
I'm working with somebody, so it's no firing is happening.
Shout out to the
never
new.
Say never.
Shout out to the new town that Patrick's coming to. They're waiting on a friend, and we'll get together Friday, right?
Yay.
Friday.
All right.
Hey, sorry everyone for the late start. We had some tech problems, and but
we're all fine.
Usually we're 9:30.
It was all fine. Everybody was
everything's
working.
fine. So
Chuck's fired.
Stop reminding everybody. The only person complaining is your girlfriend. So it's fine. Shh.
Oh yeah. She likes the Twitter. Trust me. I checked the temperature. Oh, what kind of mood is Holly in? Oh, it's on Twitter.
Nobody else would have noticed if she would just be shush. Shush her.
Thank God.
Twin Cities Hit Show.
Twin Cities Hit
We've landed. We've stumbled out. What the hell town are we in?
Right.
You got a girlfriend?